my videos talking about not agreeing with Donald Trump have really gotten attention. Um, Particularly from people who think that it's a good idea to sit and mock somebody because they don't agree with your candidate. I mean, let's see reasons why Donald Trump is not good for this country. He's a racist. He's a rapist. He's a tax evader. He violated the Espionage Act. By having those documents at his house and talking about these sensitive documents with people, having them in his goddamn bathroom in Mar-a-Lago. Come on. And also, he's a treasonist who incited an insurrection. He is a misogynist who wants to do it for women whether they want him to or not. You know, kind of like how he raped E. Jean Carroll and assaulted other people. Donald Trump is not good for this country because people will be barred from proper health care. It's a person's choice whether or not they want to be a parent. It doesn't matter if it was an accident or if it was from some asshole violating someone. That is a person's right to not have a child. And are you really pro-life when you're perfectly fine with a man who would send people? You know he's going to. Because that's just the kind of person he is. Who's going to send people to further harm Gaza and brag about it? Yeah. I don't want a president who wants to deport anyone who isn't like him. I do not support a president who would require people who have transitioned and are transgender or anything like that to have to detransition and not have access to hormone replacement therapy, aka healthcare. And I don't want to back up a man who so callously would force a young girl to give birth to her rapist's baby, to someone who would be forced to have an incestuous child with somebody, to a president who would instill such fear in doctors where they would violate the Hippocratic Oath and let women die who are having miscarriages because they can't do a D&C or anything like that, or to where a woman and the baby or person with the uterus would conceive a child ectopically. That's deadly for both involved. So you're not pro-life, you're pro-control, because that would kill two people. And also, if Project 2025 takes off, God forbid, women who get pregnant, people who get pregnant, won't have help in the ways that they do now. Unless you're married or something. Because Donald Trump is not pro non-traditional family. The guy doesn't want to let Muslims into the country. He wants to deport Muslims. He wants to deport people who speak out against him. He wants people to stand and praise him like they do Kim Jong-un. He admires Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, which is why he would withdraw from Ukraine and not help, because he loves Putin. Do you really want to support somebody? Why do you want to support somebody who goes beyond just defending Second Amendment gun rights, but who would want them to be unregulated, which means anybody with any mental issue or felony would have access to a gun? Just go to a flea market and you could buy a gun sometimes. That's fucking insane. Why do you want to support somebody who, would basically be enabling school shooters and people who shoot innocent people in grocery stores and churches? And while we're on the topic of mental health, that will go out the goddamn window. People who are disabled would be totally up shit creek because he wants to do away with disability. He makes fun of disabled people. I forgot who exactly it was in his family, but he said about their son, "He doesn't recognize you. Why don't you just let him die?" That's fucked up. You want this man to be the president? Tell me how being a callous jerk is fixing this country. The only people he panders to are the rich and cisgendered white Christian males who want to have a traditional family, and he wants women or people with uteruses to have babies regardless. He wants insanity. And he wants to dismantle the Constitution. So if you're sitting there calling yourself a fucking constitutionalist, you're a hypocrite. Because you're not. Because Donald Trump wants to dismantle the fucking Constitution. And this is all in Project 2025. This and many, many more things that are horrible. So please, enlighten me on how this shitbag is going to make this country great again. Please, enlighten me. I dare ya.